Tee-Yah back with the tea. When I tell y'all the tea that I am coming to you with today is literally what they say. Go hit your kettle, get your bush, your tea bag, whatever you use to make tea, coffee works as well, and take a seat and watch this video because I promise you will need that. You will most likely, most definitely need that. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe to join the Empire. Just a disclaimer, I will not be releasing any names of anyone. If you all see me looking here, there's literally a mirror right in front of me, but I'll try my hardest to make eye contact with y'all so y'all could really feel the connection. You feel me? If you see me smiling too much, or if you see me, you know, like being very giggly, it's not funny. Nothing is funny about this entire situation, but laughing is my coping mechanism. So best believe I will laugh because this is some real life crazy shit. I have my journal here with me. I literally wrote down, well, not everything, but like the first half of this story. Because when I tell y'all, I'm giving you details. Okay. And one thing about me, two things for sure, when I'm telling a story or when I'm speaking on my side of a situation, I always have the receipts. When you're coming at me, when you come about me, or when you're trying to speak on me, make sure you have your receipts as well. I'll give y'all like a story time in a story time ish. The first time I ever had a stalker, it was in 2021. I was in 12th grade. My class had a theater at CXV practical exam to do. After the exam, I had dance lessons, but my father couldn't drop me at the time, so he said he would be sending his friend to pick me up. If you know the school I went to, you would know that it have a softball field. This is the road separating the softball field and the school, and there's usually a security right there. So I stood there waiting for the car to come. I don't know who this friend is. I've never rode with this friend before, so I see this white car pull up. So it stood there for a while, and I'm just there standing up like, is this the friend that my father sent to pick me up? I noticed the person ain't honking their horn. Nobody came out of the car, nobody entered the car. Like, the person just drove there and stopped driving. I called my father and I was like, Dad, the person you sent to pick me up driving a white car, because they have a white car that been here for a while. He's like, no, the car ain't white, it's a black SUV. I'm like super confused because who it is in this white car, why they pull up in front of me, why they ain't saying anything. The fact that I was next to the security guard, I felt a bit secured, but at the same time it was like kind of awkward. So I just there still standing up, you know, like looking at my phone, trying to act like I'm doing something. And a few minutes later, my father's friend pulled up and, you know, called my father again, like, Dad, this is the person license plate number, is it a black? I said the name of the car. He was like, yeah, that's the car. So I went in the car and the person dropped me to my dance lesson. Like a few weeks, I think it was a couple weeks later. If you know about message requests, you know, like 9 times out of 10 it's always some weird people in there or spam. I don't typically check it every day, but this day I was like, I ain't really doing nothing, let me go and check my message request, you feel me? So I open the message request and I see this message at the top, and you know, like it'll have the little preview. So I read the preview and it was a bit interesting, so I clicked on it. I opened the whole inbox and this message popped up. I was like, oh shit. At that moment I was like, yeah, this is definitely my last time ever going anywhere by myself. Like, when I go in places, my friends need to come with me so I could feel safe, because it's like you can't really put nothing past anybody. Second experience, no, this is what all the details and comes from. One of my friends had a birthday party. I decided to go with one of my female friends, and we'll name that female friend Sunflower, because, you know, like, she's just a sunflower, you know. So it was supposed to be me, Sunflower, and her god sister, right? My dad dropped me to like this location we decided to meet up at, and when we got there, I came out of the car and I entered the car with Sunflower, her god sister, and her friend who was driving, and there was this other person in the car. So I was sitting directly behind them. So I text Sunflower, I was like, is this so we need to give so a name. Since he's delusional, we gonna name him Delulu. We just in the car deciding if we still want to go to the party because it's full. I don't feel very anxious whenever I'm around a crowd or like around a lot of people. Sunflower and her god sister decided to go in and see how full it actually was. So I told them, if it's not as full as it seems, come back for me. Mind y'all, that's what I told them. Come back for me. I would say I'll go 10 minutes past, we noticed they're not coming back. Sunflower's friend who was driving needed to go pick up her girlfriend. I was on the phone with my friend. We can call her Flowers. I was on the phone with Flowers because I told her, like, I felt uncomfortable being as I don't know these two people I'm in the car with. And in the case of anything happening, she was on the other end to witness. I don't always think like that. Sunflower's friend went to go pick up her girlfriend by pair pack. Mind you, the party was happening in Hunter's Good. So we met up with the driver's girlfriend. So the driver hopped out of the car to go talk to her girlfriend, and I was just in a car with Delulu. He was drinking. So Delulu is like, why you so quiet? Like, you don't talk, whatever. And I was saying, I do, but it's like, I don't really know are you. After I started talking to Delulu, you know, like being more friendly, the driver dropped her girlfriend and her friend home. The whole drive home, it was lit. Like, we were singing songs, we were talking, we were cracking jokes. Like, it was just a vibe, to be honest. After that, we came back and then I ordered quesadillas and I offered him one because, you know, like, you need to soak up the room with something. You can't be drinking on an empty stomach. So for the rest of the night, like, I was cool with the driver, I was cool with the Lulu. So they decided to add me to this group chat that they all already had because it was like, oh, use gang now, whatever the case is. So I gave them my number. They added me to the group chat. In the group chat, everybody was planning to go to dinner. You know, black people, whenever they plan shit, it don't really happen. So I wasn't taking it on. That was that. 2 days later, why was the Lulu asking me to be his date? Nigga ain't even give it a week, dog. I posted something on my status and Delulu swiped up and he was like, let me look for the screenshot because I ain't about to quote nobody and I saying the wrong thing. Oh, I forgot to mention when we were waiting for the food, he came up with his name. I ain't gonna say the name because if I say the name then a lot of you might know who it is I talking about. So I'll be crossing out the name like when I show y'all the screenshots or whatever. But he gave me this name, we can just say the name is Teacup. So I posted something. I said hearing Asadi Chu is so therapeutic. If you don't know who Asadi is, it's my bunny. So he swiped up and he said, Teacup, when we going to the dinner, I want you to come with me as my date. So I said, okay. Now thinking back on it, like actually processing everything, where would he say you think I? Because if the whole group going, why you singling out yourself? And then when he say it would be fancy once Teacup is with me, I reply to it and I say LMAO, as in I'm not taking you seriously, I'm laughing, you check? Like, I didn't view him like that, that's why he laughed. That was literally our first time talking in each other inbox. If we would talk through text, it would always be through the group chat. Like, I would reply to his messages in the group chat and vice versa. It wasn't like ever in our DM. So yeah, we started getting to know each other for 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks later, he tells me that he's bringing a girl over to his house. Let me find these screenshots. He said, Teacup, I got a question. I try and find out if you're fine with me bringing a girl by my house to have lunch with me and my mom because she been asking me to and I promised her I would. We can call this girl that he said he will bring over Lemon because she has sour ass bitch. And that's another story time for another day. But when I read that message, I like immediately cringed. I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Why you feel you have to ask me for permission? So I say, and I quote, you could do your thing, G. I appreciate you letting me know. He replies and says, I bet. And then says, but I'ma keep it respectful because I enjoy what I got with you and respect it. What do you have? Anywho, later that same night, the Lulu and I had a mutual friend, right? How do you explain this? It's the Lulu friend, my friend, and at the time it was Sunflower's intimate partner. Sunflower decided to throw her a surprise party that night. So me and Flower went together. So a while after, I think me and the Lulu were like arguing, and after a few hours he was like, let me go for a drive so we could talk, whatever the case is. So I told Flower, I was like, Flower, are you okay with me going with the Lulu so that we could talk or whatever? She was like, yes. It's like, go ahead, just send me your location and take your phone off and do not disturb in case something happens. That night the Lulu wasn't wasn't driving, it was his cousin. So we can name the cousin Gray, and that's because his cousin's car was green. Mind you, mutual friend was also friends with my ex, and my ex was also at the party. And I forgot to mention that the Lulu asked me why I ain't hear my ex. Nigga, what the f you asking me? Like, why would you ask me some dumb shit like that? Like, even though I believe you could still be cool people you had stuff with, something that was as traumatizing as that, I would never hear this nigga again in my life. The f. So I told him what my ex do, and he was like, oh, I don't believe he do that. He don't seem like that type of do, whatever. So I was immediately turned off from that. After our party for mutual friend, Flowers and I decided we ain't ready to go home. We going to our club. Flowers' cousin picked us up and we had shots. So now that I lit, I'm going to be 100% blunt. As we got home, I sent the wrong message and I was like, I don't think this is going to work, G. As in, I don't want to keep talking to you. Like, I don't want anything to do with you. When he says, ma'am, I don't want to talk no more, I interpreted it as he feel the same way as me. So it's like, I tell him I don't want to talk. He's saying he don't want to talk either. I don't have a reason to respond. So he responded to it and he said, what's up with this? I sent a sticker and I say, I just feel like we were better off as friends. Like, we should have just stayed cool from the get-go. And then he says, oh, then if that's what you seriously want, that's cool, I will respect it. This has literally been the easiest cut off I've ever done in my life. So I thought, right, I've learned when I don't want to talk to anybody anymore, I'd just start being mean so that they could automatically lose feelings or something. But that didn't work. So I tried downplaying myself. Me calling myself is a burden is me downplaying myself, like talking bad about myself so he could try and lose feelings. That didn't work either. He responds again, he says, wait, nah, F that's hella selfish, dude. How you gonna tell me whether you are burdened or not?
I don't have to do any of the things I did for you. I chose to do it because the effort you heavy.
I feel like he would realize taking it out of proportion because nigga, we only been talking for 2 weeks. I don't understand like how you catch so much feelings over 2 weeks, dog. I can't relate to that. He was just saying that he ain't want to stop talking. My 18th birthday was coming up and I wanted to do like things to celebrate it or whatever. I wanted to do like this paintballing event and I sent the Lulu an invitation. And this is how you know I really was viewing this dude as just a friend because I invited somebody that I actually had feelings for. We and this person 6 feet. So I invited 6 feet and I invited the Lulu, I invited Sunflower, I invited mutual friend. Like, I invited a whole bunch of people. Why would I invite the Lulu and 6 feet if I had feelings for Dulu? Like, it would have just been a clash and that would have just been weird and messy and I'm not about to messy behavior. So I sent the invitations out and the Lulu responded with, can I bring a +1? I'm like, sure, however, I need to know who the person is to see if I'm cool with them or not, because if I'm not cool with somebody, I don't want them coming to my birthday celebration. That's just weird. I wish I could have found the screenshots, but I think I deleted it out on my phone. So he says it's his cousin. I'm like, okay, nigga, who the fuck is your cousin? Send a picture. I don't know this dude from nowhere, so I tell him no. He was like, okay, well, I can bring a feed. If you know what a feed is basically somebody you're dating. So I was like, okay, no problem. Who the feed is? He can say Lemon. So I'm like, this dude have to be crazy. Like, why would you bring Lemon to my birthday celebration? Like, that's just weird. So I told the dude no and I blocked him. I don't like messy stuff, dog. Like, you initiating some sort of mess towards me, you automatically cut. After that, he contacted Sunflower and he asked her what I like to eat and things like that, and she told him because obviously she would know. And he showed up to my house with a crate of food from one of my favorite restaurants, a whole box of chocolates from French Deli. He apologized about wanting to bring Lemon to my birthday celebration, and he literally admits that all he was trying to do was get underneath my skin. At this point, I like done going down the verge of confusion because I already moved. Like, I ain't able to say I move on because there was nothing to move on from. This dude still like stuck on the fact that we were talking for what, 2 weeks, dog? Like 2 weeks, dog? 2 weeks? Come on, do better. Oh, mind you, before I forget, that same time when he came to my house, he was like, let me see your phone. So I just give him the phone because ain't nothing. He takes a video talking, right? And I just there saying though, because we have like a dining set on the balcony. I can post the video, but I can like change up the voice so I don't know who it is. And he says some weird shit like, mine's no.
It's your boy. It's your boy. I can't get her back on because my bad.
hella weird in my opinion. But 4 days later, he started saying weird things like dating niggas, and I can post a screenshot. You dating other niggas? Like, dog, I'm not even dating you. What are you talking about? And then he would start posting weird things on his WhatsApp status, and it would be obviously subliminals. And I never used to entertain them because it's like, there's obviously something I could have done to cut this whole situation off sooner. But yeah, see, like, I tried blocking the dude. The freaking dude show up to my house. So ever since I accepted them chocolates and the food, he just started acting as if we were a couple, dog. I don't know what was going on in this man's head, but this is when the delusional signs started to show. If this dude texts me on WhatsApp and I don't respond, this dude will text me on Instagram. If I don't respond, this dude will text me on Facebook. Like, it was just weird. Like, why didn't clock that then and there? But you see, I was so head and heels into 6 feet that I wasn't even like looking at the signs for real with the Lulu. You think if I want a girl, I texting her, she responded to me, you think I can take it upon myself to go on all kind of different apps and reach out to her? Like, that's not he. And this dude always talking about being P. This dude is C, a clown. He's literally mixing up his alphabets because that is real life clown behavior, dude. Like, take a hint. If you see me talking to you, I obviously ain't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. It's just as simple as that. No, the day before my birthday, I deleted this dude number. The things he would say, some stuff he would do, it was just very weird, like strange. I didn't invite you to nothing. Like, I had a whole sailing trip. I didn't invite you to that, but I did invite mutual friend to that. I reached out to her. I was like, hey, you still coming or something like that? She was like, nah, just so I was like, I bet, like, I'm not gonna beg nobody to show up for me. Mind you, that was the day before my birthday. 1 week after my birthday, right? When I tell Ayo, this is when the real crazy start to show. This dude was blowing up my phone. And I remember this so well because this was literally one of the craziest things that I ever witnessed in my life. Like, when I tell you, this is shit you just see on TV. I was in my sociology class in college on the top floor, right? This dude don't know my school schedule or nothing. And school was both virtual and in person. So he didn't know like what days I would be in person, what days it would be virtual, nothing. Tell me what, my phone going off with phone calls from this dude number. I ignoring the calls. 1, because I don't want to talk to you. 2, because I am obviously in class. Mind you, in sociology or in any class in general, I like to sit on better windows. Tell me why I see in my peripherals this dude, the Lulu, and mutual friend walking slowly looking into the class. I fully look at this point because it's like the Lulu don't go to college, so able to say the Lulu here because he have a college class. No. And the fact that they together and they're walking so slow looking into the class is like, obviously you looking for somebody. So now in my head I just try and clock like, ain't no way this nigga at my school looking for me. Because first things first, how you even know at the school? Second thing second, how you even know at the school at this time? Because it wasn't high afternoon, it was in the evening leading to night. Third things third, how you know to come all the way to the 3rd floor unless you searched the student lounge, the library, the ground floor, the 1st floor, and the 2nd floor. Notice me in none of them and come all the way to the 3rd floor to find me. If that's what you do, the Lulu, you really sick in your head. This was the craziest part of that whole thing too. This dude see me. I continue looking at the teacher. Obviously at this point I am comfortable because how the f you find me, dad? So he walked to the door. He stand up by the door, pull out his phone, call me, and literally stand up there staring dead in my face while the phone ringing to see if I would answer. Tell me that ain't something you don't see on that series called You. Tell me that ain't some weird psychotic shit that some weird ass person would do. This dude turned around and walked down the stairs. 20 minutes later, the class ended. I called my mother to come for me. So I went downstairs to wait. The first floor is like where the securities are and everything. Tell me why did Lulu come to the table I was waiting and sit down next to me. This dude gonna say, I quit my job and that shit was just getting too stressful, dog. I don't like stress and that's what you're doing right now. You're stressing me out. How is stressing you out? Then he proceeds to ask why me talking to him, how he just disappeared just so. This whole story time just draining the hell out of me because it's just so crazy. So remember the night we meet, 2 days after he texted me while we were talking for the duration of that 2 weeks. He don't get his hair done or whatever, but he had to do last, so I offered to give him one of my bonnets. Mind y'all, I have a lot of bonnets, okay? They say about half of what I have, so I had enough to give away, to be honest. So I was like, you want me to give you a bonnet, dog, so you could just put it on, save your hair, because you just wasting money getting your hair done and it ain't lasting. He was like, sure, I'll take the bonnet. So I gave him the bonnet. After the incident where he showed up to my school looking for me, 2 days later he showed up to my house, but he want to talk. Mind you, this boy ringing up my phone and me answering. I was in my bed this time. I think it was like 6 o'clock or so in the night. He shows up with a bonnet. He come by the door, my mother went by the door, and then he was like, he wanted to talk to me. So my mother said, Tee-Yah ain't feeling too well, which I wasn't, because at the time I was on my money. He gave my mother the bonnet. He was like, get her back to she, whatever, and he left. Thank God. My mother immediately put the bonnet in the laundry room, and she was like, Delulu looks upset. What did you do to him? I'm like, mommy, me to Delulu nothing. Like, literally, I don't even talk to this dude. A few weeks later, no, this day is the 16th of April. I don't remember how we got back pulled again. I honestly do not remember, but I made it clear that I don't want nothing out of this, dog. Like, okay, I understand you hurting or whatever the case is, but I don't want nothing to do with your heart, because at the end of the day, if you claim you hurting over me, that could have been prevented, because I did tell you this wouldn't work from the get-go and you chose to hold on. So that's totally your fault. Delulu still felt like just because he knew where I live, he could have pop up and pop out on me. Not even pop out, because he never even come inside my house. He literally only stayed on the balcony. This day he was like, you coming by me, and I tell you, no, you cannot come by me. Like, this don't work like that, dude. Respect the boundaries. He was basically using the excuse as having a gift for me, the reason that he needed to come to my house to give it to me. I was basically saying, like, if you have the gift, just send a picture so I could see what it is. He was like, oh, it's already wrapped up, pink, you can't send a picture. I had just find that kind of weird. He said some weird things like, when I put it on your neck, I could post it and say it look better on you. So I told him, if that's your intentions, then you could keep the gift, because posting me, dude, like, back the oh, what are you trying to do? I thought like it was like, okay, he just want to take the picture of me so he could post it to make it seem as if we don't talk still or something. Like, months has passed, you need to move on, you need to leave me alone. Like, things were just getting really weird. Like, if you want to be friends, we could just be friends, but yet every single time we interact, you saying some weird ass shit trying to signify that you cannot just be friends. And when I want to give you the space that you need and cut you off, you stalking me, you showing up to my school, you showing up to my house and all kind of weird ass shit. Like, dude, almost 1 month later, this dude sent me a message and admits to still having some feelings for me. At this point, I just weirded the out. Mind you, I offered to give him space, he ain't want space. Ayo, this is where you get really crazy all over again. My camera running low on battery, but I don't want to pause this story time. Like, after asking if like you want a space or whatever, he was like, no, he missed you, whatever the case is, and then claimed that he needed to clear his mind, so he want to go get food if I'm interested or whatever. As I said before, food is food. I like food. If food involved, but first red flag. Tell me why this dude pick up him more I can. Come to pick me up and the dude can't drive. When I tell you, I was embarrassed for him. Anyways, we stopped at a spot and we were just talking, and this dude started saying shit like he think he gonna die soon. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. How you want me to react to that? Do you want me to turn into Jesus Christ and change fate to save your life? First you telling me like we supposed to get food, I never get the food, I already annoyed. And I was like listening to the music and stuff. I really big on energy and I was feeling the energy from him. And then this is when I started getting concerned. The music we were listening to, it was Young Boy. Literally Young Boy say, I feel like I'ma die tomorrow. In the song Young Boy say that. And then when I heard her, I immediately got goosebumps. And this is when I started to actually like give it my attention. So we was there for like probably a good 2 hours, and I was just trying to speak life into his dude, trying to rebuke the energy of death, and I had feel drained. I had started crying and stuff. It was just really a really draining experience. And then after I think my mommy had called me and she was like, it's time to come home. Thank God she do that, because God knows. After I tell you need to drop me home, no, I was just like, think positive, just be positive, you ain't gonna die. The next day I sent him a message and I was like, you still have the feeling that you would die? He responded and said, I can handle it. At this point, that's the only way I see myself truly disconnecting from you. So that's basically him saying the only way I truly see myself disconnecting. He has some sort of thoughts of unaliving himself, right or wrong. So I responded and I was like, dog, what the hell? And then he's like, just let me be selfish once in my life. I said, Delulu, I could leave you alone. I could literally just give you reasons to hate me. You don't have to die to disconnect from me, dog. And then he responds and says, Pana, F you, I don't need your help, I'll do it on my own. Blatantly, disrespectfully, you don't need any help from me, meaning you don't want me to give you reasons to leave me alone, right or wrong? Okay. So 2 days later, he sent me a long ass message out of the blue. Extremely long message out of the blue. This dude in the screenshot literally speaks about unaliving himself. I can quote everything in this long ass paragraph. And also in the screenshot, you can see that his number isn't saved. It was definitely one-sided because I did not relate to anything this dude had said in that paragraph. The Lulu said, and I quote, why the F you do this to me, dog? Why pushing you away ain't easy but keeping you around hurts too? I want you to be a solid part of my life, but you want to be part from a distance. That's confirmation that I did tell the Lulu on numerous occasions, I don't want nothing with you. We just cool. Because I don't want to lose you. I thought I wanted that too, but you just end up being the girl that I fell for in the first place. That's why I was asking you what made you so sure you would never catch feelings again. Yo, this is all confirmation. I did tell this dude that feelings went, and I told him this is not gonna work. This is all confirmation that I did say all those things. Not because I want you to have feelings, but because I want to see if the reason would help me lose feelings for you, dog. I was sure about dying today. One conversation with you and now I don't even want to get up and see it through. Why I can't just have this? Why I can't just be gone? Why can't I see this through and be selfish this? What the like, this about all I ever wanted. Just didn't want to be selfish, but now I want to put myself first and I still can't do it because you blocking the door. Why am I even writing a paragraph after pushing you away? Because I still love you, dog, and it's only gonna be you for a while, but I don't want this pain no more, and I know you finna ghost me because I love you. This again is confirmation. Mind you, when this dude said he had feelings for me, I stopped talking to him. I know you finna ghost me because I love you, but that doesn't help like you think it does. It just hurts. Sorry, dog. You just should have went in a party with your friends that night. I'm sorry I was even an option. I'll handle it when I get the strength. So, yeah, my camera really broke today. But after the paragraph, after him saying, I feel like giving him space and leaving him alone will help, but it actually doesn't. It'll hurt him more. I felt like I had some sort of obligation to not give him space for me or be distant or whatever. Maybe if I continue talking to him or like giving him attention, but just enough attention as a friend typically would, then him having thoughts of suicide and them type of things would probably leave his mind, whatever the case is. So that's what I did. I saved back his contact. I started being more friendly, checking up on him, seeing if he's okay, all of that, thinking that it would help the situation. Once somebody crazy, they're crazy. Like, you can't help them. They need a freaking psychiatric ward. And let me tell Ayo why you can't help them. This dude come back, oh, I love you more than friendship. Tell me why when I cut you off again, the stalking started back again. It got worse. Like, I was literally on the phone with police. I was like, how do I go about filing a police report? Y'all gonna get arrested in patchy because it gets worse, okay?
If you're looking for somebody with a little body, if you're looking for somebody with that energy, looking for somebody with a little body, swing my way, make me believe ya. Tee-Yah.